It's going to be a quick video discussing several books: The Native Races of Pacific States of North America, Indian Races of North America and South America, and the history of Hernandez Soto in Florida. In Florida, we know, resides the Seminole, who is often referred to as the Black Seminole, but this is an arrangement of words to make you believe that they weren't already black when they were found here. Now, in this book, it discusses the California Native. So in description, they are middling or rather of a low stature and dark brown color, approaching too black, large projecting lips, broad flat nose, Negro-like noses. As many people know, if you stare at me, you will notice my skin tone is not black. It is brown indeed. However, there is a reddish hue, so as described here, skin of such a deep reddish brown that it seemed almost black. This is how they're describing people they found in America. These aboriginal Americans, a group of people that were found here and brought to the West Africas. The great body of American Aborigines. People say are Aborigine today, and they mistakenly think of Australians. However, the word Aboriginal applies to indigenous populations, essentially black-skinned, because these black populations were the original men on Earth. And the Aboriginal of Australia is one to have actually been found to have some of the oldest DNA, obviously showing that we, as black men, were the first people. With that said, white people, you're just as black as my ass because you share our DNA, so shut the fuck up. Distinguishing copper races. In this book, let's reference, what's the guy's name? Verrazani, who also has, there's a meme out in which you'll find him stating that America is a Negro continent. In his description of natives, let's find it, he's pretty much describing them as Ethiopians. So the complexion of these people is black, not much different from that of the Ethiopian. Their hair is black, thick, not very long, worn tied back with your, you got a little afro puff tied back. You know, I mean, the thing is, our culture, it rarely changes. There ain't nothing new under the sun. By all means, you're still doing the same shit you were doing back then, Negro. So what I encourage you to do is find this information and read it. By all means, it's not hard to find because all you got to do is get it from me. Rarely do I see people reading. They respond more to memes than books. So do yourself a favor and learn something. All of this stuff is pieced together in your textbooks. Your textbooks actually may reference them, but this is how they indoctrinate you by picking out stuff and putting it in a textbook. But your studies should actually be on the references that they use in those textbooks. But that's not how they're teaching you, right? And that's the agenda. People want to tell you to get over it, but they're still programming people to believe that you're a bunch of savages. But I mean, 1512 to 1568, this motherfucker was going around getting his ass whipped, okay? That's why it took till 1776 for Morocco to grant this nation independence. Because under maritime law, Morocco pretty much had right to pirate this water. They had the land rights here. Why? Because they've already been to America. You know, I mean, there is nothing new under the sun. Europeans didn't discover anything but that they were actually new to the world. So